Course creation motivation number one. This is, in no particular order, but this is often one of the reasons why people want to create an online course, is because they want to scale their business. They want to help more people. They want to transform more lives. They want to make a bigger impact without necessarily actually having to do more work or hire more staff or putting more overheads that they have to then go on and deal with and manage. So scaling your business is doing exactly that. It's about moving from one-to-one to moving to one-to-many. Now, the second you download your stuff out of your head, you sit in front of a camera like I'm doing right here, and you say what you know, and you share what you've learned, and you share your processes and your steps and your experiences, your perspective on something, is the second you immortalize that knowledge. You can now put it on the internet with the click of a button. I'm recording this just on my mobile phone, so I'll only need to press upload after I've recorded this. It will instantly be available to the entire world. So if you are currently teaching, if you are delivering workshops, if you are doing one-on-one consultations, you are exchanging your time for money, which means that there is a cap on how much you can earn. Even if you're charging millions of dollars per minute, there is still only so many millions of dollars and only so many minutes in a day, right? So the second you put your content online, unlimited numbers of people can watch that content at exactly the same time. You can be in multiple countries via your video. People from all around the world can be watching your content at the same time, all around the world, while you're asleep. You don't even need to physically be there. And so this scaling, going to a global market, getting a bigger market, impacting more people's lives all at the same time, is a way that you can go from one-to-one to one-to-millions, simply with the click of a button. Now, just to give you some inspiration, not to brag, but to share and inspire, normal person in a normal house right now. I don't have a special fancy office. I've got some very cheap equipment that I've that I've purchased from Amazon. I'm recording this on a mobile phone in my spare bedroom right now. And using this methodology and the methodology I teach in my course creation group coaching programs, I have now attracted a student base over the last 4 to 5 years of over 20,000 students from around the world. I currently have students logging into my online school from 146 countries. And I do that working 3 hours a day as a mum to a 3-year-old and one on the way. You can't quite see my big belly, but there's a big one there. So I really want to tell you that, because I'm testament to the fact that you can have any lifestyle. If you're working full-time, if you're a full-time parent, if you don't want to spend hours and hours every single day on social media and in front of cameras and doing all this tech stuff, you can build yourself a very, very decent business very, very quickly by immortalizing your knowledge in the form of creating online tutorials, online courses, and online learning. So scaling your business is one course creation motivation. I mean, that's good enough on its own, right? So let's look at course creation motivation number 2, which is making more money. Now, everyone who says to me, I want more money, I need more time, I want more students, I need more customers, I need more clients. Making more money is absolutely something that can be done the second you create an online course. More students quite literally means more money coming in the door. I mean, there's no denying that. It's quite simple math and logic. You are also creating a commercial product. So the second you have stood in front of camera, recorded all of your content, you have a commercial product that you can sell. You can sell it from podcasts, you can sell it from your blog, you can sell it from social media, you can sell it from your websites, you can sell it from books, you can sell it from ebooks, you can sell it wherever you choose to take it. If you're standing on stages at conferences, you have a commercial product the second you press record on your phone and create a video. And that's enough. I mean, who doesn't want more stuff to be able to sell? And the best thing is every time you sell it, you don't have to do more work. It's not like having a coaching client or a service where now a project commences. You quite literally put it online. The client finds it themselves. They buy it themselves without you being physically involved in the transaction. And off they go and consume that product without you even having to get involved or get out of bed. So you're going to make more money because you can have that unlimited scale. It doesn't need to be you physically present. It's passive in the sense that once you've created the course, which is the bit where you put the effort in, as soon as it's online, it's looking after itself. Your technology that you set up there looks after itself. So it's passive by definition, that you're not physically involved in the transaction and the delivery of the product as soon as you've put it up there. And then finally, in terms of how much money can you be making? Look, some people just use an online course as a lead magnet, purely to give away for free to build their email list. More about that in a moment. Other people literally focus their whole entire business around online courses. So it really, how you choose to use online courses is entirely up to you, and how you choose to use it will impact how much money you can make from your online courses. And I go into that in much more detail in some of my coaching programs. So just to give you some idea, some people literally make millions of dollars a year from their online courses because they focus just on the delivery of these programs. They focus purely on doing sort of 4 or 5 major launches a year. They fill those programs up 3 or 4 or 5 times a year, and they make a huge amount of money just by doing that alone. Now, another way is a method, for instance, like I have, one of the methods I have is to create multiple online courses and have an online academy. So once you've got yourself a couple of programs out there, voila, you now have enough content to be charging a monthly subscription. Now, I only charge at the moment, it's going to change soon, but at the moment, at the time of filming this, it is currently October 2019. I did just have to check the date. I'm blaming the baby brain. I charge $47 a month for access to all of my 50 plus online courses in my academy. Now, you might think that's not very much money, but if you start adding up, 50 students, 100 students, 200 students, and you start counting up how much money that is per month coming through when each of those people are paying you $47 a month every month by direct debit from their credit cards. Do the math. It adds up to a very nice amount of money, and many people quit their jobs very, very quickly when they see that kind of money coming in completely and utterly passively. And also you can have just your sort of authority flagship courses out there. If you are someone who is as a leader in your industry, if you're someone who's kind of has an online presence, has an email list, has a market, you can just be constantly promoting your online course and providing that product to people who perhaps wouldn't usually be able to afford your face-to-face services or your high-end products, whatever they might be. You basically can now create something that anyone, anywhere in the world can access at any time for a much lower price than what it would cost to normally have your time one-on-one. So making more money and scaling your business, 2 fantastic reasons to create your online course. So the third one, let's keep motivated here, is to build your email list. Now, I just touched on this one. This is a fantastic way to get people to see your face, figure out who you are, learn if they like your style or your personality or not. That's a good thing too. You don't want to be wasting your time providing content to people who ultimately aren't going to like you when it comes to looking at you in the eye and working with you one-on-one. So by doing videos, you immediately build authority, because he who teaches what he knows is automatically seen as an expert in it, right? You can immediately then start offering some of your best tidbits of information via a free lead magnet mini course. Now, this free lead magnet mini course only needs to be maybe your top 3 or top 5 tips, one little video per tip, and you deliver that out over a period of 3 or 5 days when someone joins your email list. And it's a really great offer for people to exchange their email address in return for your mini course. So you see this all the time. If you go to my website, sarahcordiner.com, you'll see a pop-up come up and it will say, I think it's learn how to create your online course in 60 minutes, or learn how to plan your online course in 60 minutes. And it's simply a 1-hour tutorial that I jumped on, delivered some of my top tips for people to just get started in the absolute basics. And it's a fair exchange. They give me their email address, they come onto my list, I offer them more information, they watch the video course, voila. So that way you're getting really highly targeted leads. People are only going to opt into your email list if you're offering them a course that provides a solution that they're looking for. So it's one of the best ways to find people who want exactly what it is that you're offering in your products and services. So you don't necessarily have to go down the road of setting up academies and becoming an online educator. You could just simply create some online tutorial videos as your way of growing your business and growing your email list. So the other great thing about you using that sort of mini course or that free lead magnet course in your business is that you then have something to give away when you do have exposure. So for instance, it could be that you get interviewed on podcasts, perhaps you blog, perhaps you do speak at conferences or events or workshops. These are brilliant opportunities to collect the email addresses and grow your audience when you are in those other spaces that aren't yours. You know, I've stood on stages in front of hundreds of people and said, now if you liked that presentation, which is often free to the audience, go to sarahcordiner.com/free-stuff and you will be able to access X, Y, and Z free things. Now that's a real link, by the way. I will put it below for those of you who want to check out my free stuff, but you will see that in action. You will see how now wherever I go, whether it's a verbal interview or a written one or a presentation, I can give people the opportunity to give me their email address in exchange for something valuable. And that has been incredible for growing my email lists into the thousands. And it can do exactly the same for you the second you create that online course. So there's the third course creation motivation. Now the fourth one is having more time. So I hear so many people say, I don't have time to create my online course. Now this is the most ironic one ever, because the second you have an online course, you're going to have more time, because you're not going to be wasting time on those people that can't afford you at kind of the lower end of the funnel. You're not going to be wasting time doing small list building and marketing exercises. You're not going to be wasting time scrabbling for services-based business when that money could be coming in passively behind you from your online course. So you're not exchanging your time for money anymore. You're not having to work on labor-intensive services, doing those one-on-ones, doing that coaching, doing those service-based projects, because you're going to have passive income coming in behind the scenes. So for you, if you like doing your one-on-ones and you like doing your project-based work, well, now you're going to have more time to do more of that because you're going to have your online course servicing all the other people behind you. And I love this one. Is so many people I know that are experts in their field, that are good at something. I bet you have heard that saying, can I take you for a coffee to pick your brain? Right, as much as we'd all love to do that, I love a coffee. I especially love catching up with people for breakfast. Nothing like a bit of bacon for the pregnant lady, right? But it's not possible to do it for everyone. It just isn't. We all have a job to do. We all have bills to pay. And going for coffee all day, every day, as much as I would love it, you just can't. So this is the way that you can swap kind of those free coffees in exchange for information. You can kind of go, oh look, sorry, I'm pretty busy. However, here's my online course where I've recorded my top 10 tips, which is way more than I'd be able to give you in an hour's worth of coffee. So it kind of helps you overcome that sort of time-sucking problem that you might get from people who just want a bit of advice, but might not necessarily have any money. Once they get that bit of advice from you via your online videos, well, you have no idea what that's going to convince them to lead into with you afterwards. For me, often I find that it's the convincer that people go, okay, I think I like her. She definitely knows what she's talking about, because I got to see with my own eyes that she knows what she's talking about, and they end up becoming customers down the line later on anyway. Now, the next motivator, course creation motivation number 5, is that you become an authority in your industry the second you create an online course. Now, that might kind of sound a little bit of a crazy claim. But again, it goes back to this concept that as soon as you teach something, you position yourself as somebody who knows what they're doing. You quite literally get to show people, demonstrate in front of their own eyes that you know your topic, that you're passionate about your topic, that you understand what it is that you're talking about, teaching, working on, sharing with the world, because people get to see it with their own eyes. So this also moves you away from that place of having to be all salesy and icky and buy my stuff and advertising and marketing. Because when people don't know that you know what you know, you have to try and convince them by promising it. This is where advertising and marketing come in. If you buy my thing, I will change your life. If you buy this from me, I will give this to you. Well, when you're teaching, when you're delivering helpful, valuable, informative content, you are proving straight away, undeniably, unquestionably, that you know what you know. And so that positions you as an expert. You're showing your expertise rather than just promising it. Okay, so let's move on to the final course creation motivation, number 6, which is about how once you've created your online course, you immediately create for yourself a whole other range of content that will go on to do all of those other things for you again. So this is about replicating, multiplying your expertise, and it's about repurposing your simple online course that you've created to now work really, really hard for you for a very, very long time to come. So a couple of examples of ways that I do this, and I get my clients to do this, is to, for instance, you film your online course, whether that's your free mini course, your flagship course, your whole online academy, if you go down that road, is to then transcribe it. So there are lots of tools you can use. I use rev.com, for instance. Transcribes all your videos for you. You get the text, you can then edit the text, you can turn it into a print book. Now I've got 10 published books. If you go to sarahcordiner.com/books, you will see some of them on there. And some of these quite literally came from transcribing my videos, my tip videos that I've created. Some of them were just live stream tip videos. They weren't even as full blown as creating online courses. You can create books, you can create ebooks, bam, there's another set of income stream for you. You can create keynote presentations. Is exactly one of the things that I went and done with one of my online courses, and I get paid to speak at conferences all around the world now with that keynote presentation. So there's another income stream that came from my online course. You can then create higher level intensive boot camps or immersion programs or masterminds from that online course. Exactly what I did. You know, about 5 or 6 years ago, I published my online course, How to Create Online Courses. It was so successful. It got such amazing feedback. I had people say, I loved it, I've learned how to create a course, but I just can't get myself to do it. Sarah, I need you in a room with me. So I turned it into a week-long immersion boot camp, which was a high ticket program. You know, I put all fancy going to mansions in it and bringing my film crew along and getting people to film their course. My editors came along and create their video editing for them, and they published their whole entire course before they leave at the end of the week. So you can do the same. So what would be your equivalent of like an immersion or a boot camp or a high-end workshop or a high-end mastermind that your kind of self-study online course could then turn into later on? I mean, they're just some examples. You can, for instance, even create a podcast, which is something I also did with the content from my online courses. So the sky is the limit with, once you've created this online course, all of the other things it automatically creates for you that will go on to make you more money, a bigger impact, helping more people, and establishing your credibility even higher and further just from creating some online videos. I mean, it's not as scary as people think. So look, with that, I have to say there is no reason not to do it. The hardest thing is getting started. Now, I'll share a secret with you in this video today. As you've seen, I'm big and fat and pregnant. It is 42 degrees where I live today in a remote part of Australia. I did not get any sleep last night because I'm being kicked in the ribs and places I didn't know that you could possibly be kicked in. So I'm tired, I'm hot, I'm exhausted because I had a big moment, and the last thing I wanted to do today was put on my lippy and brush my hair and film some videos because I just was knackered. As soon as I did it, made myself, got started, you get into the flow and you surprise yourself. I'm surprised of me right now. I'm really proud of me. You know, I'm doing it. And if I didn't get up and brush my hair and stick my lippy on and come in front of this camera today, there will be someone that didn't get helped. There will be someone's life who wasn't a tiny bit easier today. There will be someone watching this who feels a tiny bit more motivated. I really hope that by filming this video, somebody feels a tiny bit more motivated now than they did 25 minutes ago. So it's really important to remember that difference and that impact that we can make, because that's why we're here as educators. That's what we're here to do. We've been training our whole entire life to share our expertise, to share our knowledge with the world, to make a difference, and to do that in a way that helps us have a better life too. It helps us earn money. It helps us have the lifestyle that we're dreaming of. That's what being an edupreneur is all about. Profitably educating your market, making a difference to the world in a way that's sustainable for you and your business as well. So look, there's a million reasons up on the screen here as to why you just need to crack on with it. And there are a heap more, but these are just some of the main reasons to really push yourself to do it. But Here's the other thing I saw when I started going through these survey questions is, first of all, is it worth it? Well, I think we've established that yes, it definitely is worth it. It's so worth it. I've changed 20,000 people's lives, and even if you just change one person's, it was worth it. Surely to you, one person. It was one person's life is enough, okay? The other thing that came up was a few fears. Some of them were disguised well, but there are a few fears. So I'm going to show you the top 3 fears that came up when I did my survey results the other day. So the first one was quite simply, I feel completely overwhelmed. I don't know where to start. Now this one's interesting because it's almost like people kind of go, I want to create the course, and they wake up and go, why isn't my course created yet? Oh, I don't know where to start. And it's a bit like me saying, I really want to learn French, and hoping that I wake up tomorrow morning having just miraculously learnt French, right? You don't know where to start and you don't know what to do yet because you haven't started. It's as simple as that. You're not going to know how to do it, and you're not going to stop feeling overwhelmed and confused and terrified by this process that's completely brand new to you until it's familiar to you. Until you've done it and practiced it and experienced it and absorbed it and taken it in and practiced it some more. So the kind of crazy thing about this is the only way to actually get out of this is to start, because everything's scary and confusing and crazy when it's new. It's as simple as that.
Wouldn't you love to have a product that earns you money and helps people at exactly the same time without you having to do any work at all? I think the answer for anyone is going to be yes to that question. So if you want to turn your knowledge and your expertise into an income generating online course that is going to help people and your bottom line, then you are going to want to come on my Concept to Course 30-day course creation group coaching program. The next group is now open for enrollment, and I would absolutely love you to come and join us on some of the limited places. Now, I'd love to share with you what you get. We actually have 2 packages available. There's a standard package and there is a plus package. So I'm going to scroll down the screen and tell you some of the things that you get. Now, first of all, this is a program that's live. It's facilitated by me. It's coached by me every single day of the 30 days of the program, and it is delivered online. So you get me every single day coaching you through, but you don't have to travel anywhere. You don't have to jump on a plane. You don't have to take time off work. You can fit this in around your own life. Now, there are 4 major modules to this particular program, and they are delivered over the 4 weeks of the course. So week 1 is all about working out what the right topic is for you. What course topic should you be teaching in order for it to be maximum profitability for you? Something that's going to be helping you and your audience on a much larger scale. For that to happen, it has to have market demand. So in module 1, I take you through all of those processes to help you ensure that you have high market demand. So this is all about the planning and profit side of the business. In module 2, we actually go through your content and your delivery. So I take you through a number of strategies to find the right content to include in your course, how to make sure that content is something that people are going to absolutely love, and then how to actually deliver it in a way that's going to be engaging for your students, that's going to make them love your program, want to keep coming back in, and importantly, completing it so that they get the results that they really, really need and joined your program for in the first place. Then we have module 3, which is all about your tech setup. So this is the bit that a lot of people are really, really scared of. Of course, it's scary when you don't know how to do it. Anything that's new is scary. And that is why you join a program like this. So you have someone like me who's done this 100 million times. Okay, there's an exaggeration, but I've done this enough times I can do it in my sleep. And this is all about helping you step by step through the process to what equipment do you need? How do you do video editing from home? How do you record your videos if you're on a budget? How do you actually set up your online school? How do you set up all of your email marketing software and connect it up to your school so that your students receive those automated emails? All of that is covered in this course, and I take you through it step by step. Not only are there demo videos in the online learning area, there are also live coaching calls with me as well to take you through that, to make sure that every single person leaves the program with everything set up and running and open for students who can immediately enroll in that program. And then there's a bonus module, module 4, which is all about launch and marketing. So you've created this amazing course in the program. Now what do you do to actually get it out to the world? So I take you through different online course launch processes and also your ongoing marketing strategy that you will need to implement for the rest of time in a way that I have done so to build myself a massive international student base of currently 20,000 students in over 146 countries. And I share the exact methods with you in this course as to how I did that, where to get the help that you might need, what stuff do you need, and we do that in a way that's as minimum cost as possible. So they're the main modules of the program, and I want to give you a quick sneak peek into the program itself. When you log in to your course, you have those main modules down here on the left hand side. So you've got your pre-preparation module, and in there are all of your course workbooks. So I'll just show you here. When you click on this, you've got all of your workbooks available in a Google Drive. And these take you through with checklists, with templates, with email swipe copy. There's a huge amount of documentation in these particular workbooks that you can have forever, for the rest of time. So these workbooks here, like this one here in particular, is a course landing page template, so exactly what to include in an online course sales page, how to set up all of your school, and all of these highly practical workbooks so that you can follow along and complete your program. Then we have a whole range of video content. So module 1, we've got something like over 40 videos, all of your downloads, all kinds of templates are all in this document here. And I take you through this self-study process. So as well as your entire online learning area full of tutorial videos, demo videos, all of your Q&A calls, you also have a secret Facebook group. And this is the Facebook group where there is loads and loads of behind the scenes communication. You're working with other people who are also creating their own online courses at the same time as you, going through the same program, so that you can share and support each other. It's where I come in daily and answer every single question that's put in the group by you. And I will normally respond with live stream videos in there, and lots of bonus content in terms of video content that I provide inside that Facebook group as our extra area of communication and support. Now, talking of extras and bonuses, there is a huge amount of bonuses that come with my Concept to Course program. So that includes having access to my Edupreneur Academy, a copy of all 12 of my books. If you're in the Plus package, I actually build your online school for you. Yes, I will build your online school and connect all of your email marketing software, set up your email automations to go out to your students, connect all your payment gateways, brand it all, design your landing page, everything for you within that 30 days. I will build your school for you. You also get a one-on-one 1-hour coaching call with me in that Plus package as well, so we can go through your unique situation. I can review your course plan with you. We can tweak it together. I can help you edit your content. That is an absolutely invaluable part of the process if you're in that Plus package program. There are also a load of other bonuses, so if you scroll down through this page, check out what you get in there. You will see that it is an absolutely massive value, valued at over $120,000 for the Plus package. You can get that now for a massive discount early bird price. So do make sure that you jump in, that you grab that early bird discount while the places are still available. There are only 30 places on this program, and a lot of those have sold already. So I look forward to hearing your questions, seeing some of you come in and join us, and I cannot wait to help you create and publish your online course very soon. See ya.